Corporal?
Sure.
Oh, great. Another one. How often do you want me to tell you? I'm not a spy, and I'm not with Purity.
Wait! You're their leader, aren't you? Corporal Tahar.
Yes?
Well, then maybe you can tell these fools to let me go. Blazes, I knew it was stupid to take that job.
So, who are you? And what were you doing in Farland's Hope?
As I told this bloody brute who captured me, I'm just a courier, and someone paid me to deliver a message to a Corporal Tahar. I had no idea it was the Corporal Tahar, and had I known, I would have told that guy who gave me the job to sod off.
Who was it?
Well, he was wearing a hood, so he obviously didn't want to be recognized, but he had a brown beard, was about your height, and had, I don't know how to put it, a certain sadness in his eyes.
But he didn't look dangerous and paid good coin, so I took it.
Can I see this message?
Oh, finally, someone who asks. Yes, it's in my coat pocket, and no, there's no poison in there to kill you.
Let me see. A meeting in Everlight. From a friend.
A friend, you see? Can I go now?
Yes. Go.
Thank you, Corporal. Thank you. Now, don't get me wrong, but I want to get out of here as soon as possible. Do you think your guards will let me through?
They will. Stay safe.
I'll try.
You got it.
That's the way?
When the sun shines onto the turquoise marble of Old Halayish, it is difficult not to admire the greatness of what was once the largest Hibernian city on Io. Only the story of its creation may dampen an explorer's enthusiasm. Like most Hibernian cities, it was built on the backs of slaves.
Look, up ahead. I think that's them.
Not saying you are wrong, but maybe now wasn't the best time to cause turmoil among your people, don't you think?
There was no way I could have known this would happen.
Maybe not. Maybe you could have. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Seems your allies have arrived. You're Tahar, aren't you? Silverhand is pleased to meet you.
Careful, Tahar. This man's aura is overwhelming.
It is indeed, but that doesn't mean he wants to harm you.
What was that? Did you just...
He did. He's a dreamweaver, Tahar, just like me. But don't worry, it does not mean he can read your thoughts. All he can do is transfer them to you, just as I can.
Silverhand couldn't have put it any better, young lady.
He?
Him. Silverhand. The man you were talking to.
Okay. Who are you?
Just call him Silverhand. Most people do. He's a friend of the elves, you might say. Particularly of the brown blood Moorhere kind. And he's here because his friend Varden Merilith told him they had gotten themselves into trouble once again. Arlen Finrior, the first scryer of Lathwen, has disappeared.
Ran off. I think that's a better way to put it. But let's talk in the outpost. Follow me.
All right. So, where do we begin? The corruption hit again, harder than before.
But why? We cleaned the pools, didn't we?
You did, yes. But as it turns out, that was only temporary. After you left, the corruption came back with a vengeance. So far, we have lost over a dozen hunters to it. Then, one night, Arlen Finrior ran off, just like that.
Why?
Well, he left a note. To cure the corruption.
There's more to it, though. Silverhand hasn't told Varden yet, but he can feel it.
I see. So you're here to find Arlen, is that it? And that's what you need our help for?
Yes, despite Silverhand and his mages, the jungle turns out far more perilous than anticipated. There's corrupted, there's those beasts, and there's purity, as they like to style themselves. Silverhand would call them self-important blockheads.
So what do you need us to do?
The same you did in Leafshade. Find the cause of the corruption and end it. And of course, find Arlen if he's still alive. If we don't settle that matter, we don't have a choice but order the troops we provided you with back to us.
Not to mention that the corruption might spread, which, after this land just lived through the Bloodburn, would be an unfortunate development indeed.
Any idea what the Purity is doing here?
None. They seem to be peaceful, as far as that can ever be said about them. Maybe you'll find out.
All right. I'll scout the jungle for traces of Arlen and the source of the corruption. You stay here and make sure your camp is safe.
Good to hear. Thank you, Tahar. I mean it. We'll hold our position.
Though Silverhand might reach out to you every now and then. We shall see.
Fair enough. Stay safe. What's next?
So, that man can talk in our thoughts?
So it seems. He's a Dreamweaver, like Kiana.
Well, I'm glad she doesn't do this often.
As you wanted.
You asked for this. Here we go.
What's that? Something there.
As you want.
Ellen's raids. Did you see that?
The fog killed them. Could that be?
The center of the corruption. Yes, it could be. It emanates the same magical signatures as the pools in Leafshade.
Tahar? Silverhand just sensed something. Death. Are you all right?
I am. We found the source of the corruption. At least, I think so. We'll head back to your camp now.
Oh, excellent.
Was that Silverhand?
It was. Blazes. That's a lot of them. They will fall.
That way?
Silverhand said you found the cause of the corruption. Is that true?
I think so. There's a thick, reddish mist spreading all across the middle of the jungle. It kills whoever walks into it.
Any sign of Arlen?
I'm afraid not. But we saw purity in the jungle. They seem to be oblivious to what the mist does.
Silverhand sees. Well, they are not our priority right now. The purity will be dealt with once we've cleared the corruption. Be that as it may, it seems they are not getting anywhere without clearing up that mist.
Maybe there's something you and your winter mages could do about it?
No. No, Silverhand cannot. But he thinks there's someone who can.
You don't sound too happy about it.
Yes, well, he is a complicated character, and that's putting it mildly. He's a priest of Nor.
A dark elf?
Yes, but save for him, Silverhand can't think of anybody who could help us otherwise. You'll need to find him and bring him here. He lives in the old monastery.
The old monastery. What's that?
You don't know. It was once an old cloister devoted to the Guardians, but it burnt down in the War of the Six Races. And it's deserted now, save for a few pilgrims and devoted priests who still live there.
So I'm guessing you want me to go there and convince that seer to come here.
Wraith. His name is Wraith. But yes, that is what he would ask you to do. Silverhand knows you've traveled far already, but unless you know another way to deal with that mist, Wraith seems to be our only option.
All right, I'll try. Will do.
All right, here goes
Don't
nothing.
let down your guard. this.
Need control.
Damn it! I need healing.
Right. Good thinking.
Get ready!
Think you have a chance? You? It's over already.
I'm injured.
Sounds like a plan. Let me see.
What the blazes? Who are you? Are you with the white robes?
I'm with the elves. Who are you?
Me? Oh, I'm just a collector. Eden's the name. Eden Darrell.
Tahar. What do you mean a collector?
I think he's a treasure hunter.
Well, I guess you could say that, aye. See, if you know where to look, these ruins are a gold mine. Though those purity folk and that bloody fog down south haven't exactly made my job easier in recent days.
Any idea what the Purity is doing here?
Not really, but if I had to guess, I'd say they're looking for something too. Got plenty of their folks digging through the ruins.
Can I take a look at those treasures of yours? I have coin.
Oh, you mean? Ah, sure, why not? Take a look.
That way? Fair enough. Let's do this.
Understood.
What do you want?
It will be bloody.
All right, here goes nothing.
Something there.
Once an imposing monument to the Guardians, the old monastery was destroyed by a tribe of orcs during the War of the Six Races. Though plans to restore it to its former glory have been voiced by the Crown ever since, It remains a ruin to this day. Instead, every Guardian's clergy pledged to send one priest to the monastery to tend to the pilgrims who still travel there in search of serenity, or sometimes a miracle.
Okay, according to the map, the old monastery should be up ahead. We need to find this wraith, and we need to do it fast. Who knows how fast this corrupted fog will spread.
I couldn't agree more.
What do you require? Understood.
You got it.
Understood.
Sure.
For the Queen!
Tiara's breath! Help! Someone! Somebody help me!
It's over already.
By the Guardians. Thank you. That was a bloody close call. You certainly aren't a priest. Are you a pilgrim?
Not really.
Oh. Then what brings you here? Not the best time to travel across EO, I'm afraid.
What were you doing all the way out here?
Me? Oh, just plucking berries for today's meal. Lately, the wildlife has gone pretty crazy, though. I wonder if that has anything to do with this blood burn everybody was talking about a moon ago.
I'm looking for a dark elven priest. Any idea where he could be?
Ah, yes, that Wraith fellow. He's south of the old monastery. But a word of warning, he's not the most talkative of folks.
I see. Thanks.
It's the least I can do. Anything else?
That's all. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome, child. May Hirin's winds carry you swiftly.
What's that?
Sounds like a plan.
For Northander!
Now would you look at that?
That way? Get ready! You got it. Sure.
Of course.
Let's see.
Prepare yourselves.
Right. Something there.
Will do. Understood.
Right.
Got it.
Said, Henry, there was no way I could have known. We needed to try.
Yeah, it's just like we tried with the woman and her rosaries and that old guy with his crystals.
This was different, boy, and you know it. Galvin's son came here after his fall from that roof, and 3 weeks after coming here, he was able to walk again.
Yes, because his body healed itself. Blaze's father, just think for a change. The Guardians made me the way I am. Do you really think they have been waiting for 17 years now to send us a miracle and form some weird water-selling priest? It's ridiculous.
You're such a cynic. Another traveler. Did you also come for Nathaniel and his holy water? If so, don't even bother. He's a charlatan.
Huh?
Never mind.
No. Wait. You people look like you can defend yourselves, right?
Why? What happened to you?
The short version? My father heard stories about a holy priest of Tiara who sells holy water from a holy fountain, but can apparently cure my disability.
Son, it wasn't that simple.
As it turned out, that holy priest was a charlatan. We paid most of our savings for his cleansing water, and of course it didn't do anything. Now we're broke. That is, unless you could help us.
This is not their responsibility, Henry. Thank you for listening, but we should go now.
Wait. Tell me more.
But what? Would you rather come back to Mother without a single sodding coin in your pocket? Let that fucking bastard get away?
Watch your language, son. Whatever happened, we are on holy grounds here.
Yes, Father. I know.
What's wrong with Henry?
Oh, he has the palsy. He was never able to walk or do any physical labor. Since then, my wife and I have tried everything to cure him, but it didn't work. Though that, of course, doesn't mean we've given up.
Actually, I think it would be better. It's just the way I am, and no amount of holy water and sermons is going to change that.
Come on, Henry, don't say that. The moment you surrender is the moment you lose, as Neathalf always says.
Why don't you talk to this priest instead?
Well, I don't know. I guess because you can call me many things, but not imposing. I'm an architect, not a warrior like you. Also, it's just a pouch of coin. He tried his best, so did we, and it didn't work. That's just the way the world works sometimes.
Huh. Can you tell me more about this holy water?
Well, only what I've already told you. It comes directly from a fountain near the old monastery, and drinking it has the power to heal. And yes, I know how this must sound to you, but as I said, there have been numerous reports of people getting cured. Our neighbor's son who fell and broke his back, an old man who even regained sight.
But there's no way of knowing these healings actually happened. And even if they did, it might have simply been coincidence. Alchemy cures diseases like magic does, but not this nonsense.
Huh. The boy is more reasonable than his father.
Well, maybe you're right. It did not work after all. But I don't know. This man simply didn't seem like a liar to me.
Huh. All right. Let me see if I can talk with that priest. Where is he?
Are you?
Yes, we are. That man is in the south. His name is Nathaniel, and he's a priest of Tiara, so you should recognize him. And thank you.
Fine, if you think it helps.
Greetings. Are you Nathaniel?
Yes, that would be me. How may I help you?
I had a chat with an elf called Nilas. He was here with his son, and he told me that you sold him some healing potion that didn't work. Now they hardly have the money to return to Everlight.
Ah, yes, I remember him. The architect with a crippled boy. He was very generous indeed. I'm saddened the potion didn't work, but there's not much I can do. And yes, I accepted a donation and I gave him a vial of healing water in return. I never specified the amount of said donation.
Huh. So how do you explain that the holy water didn't work?
Well, the Guardians work in mysterious ways. We never promise that the water will work on everyone, but it does work though. Be sure of that. I've seen it with my own eyes. I saw lepers tearing off their robes to reveal a healed body. Blind men seeing the colors of the leaves for the first time in their lives. So how could we deny these souls-seeking help a chance at something so wonderful?
These cases you mentioned could simply be a coincidence.
Yes, I have considered that. But the Guardians work in mysterious ways. All we priests can do is serve them and bring their gifts into this world. Whether they choose to perform a miracle or not is their choice.
Wait, you said that the donations are voluntary. That doesn't make any sense. Why would anyone give up their entire life savings just like that?
The followers make their donations at their own discretion. Yes, everyone has to make a donation before drinking from the Blessed Spring, but we always ask them to donate whatever they can afford. It is not our intention to destroy lives. Some followers believe that bigger donations result in more grace from the Guardian, and yes, obviously this isn't true, and we do all we can not to perpetuate this misconception. But that does not stop people from doing it.
All right, I think I've heard enough. Well, if you're saying the truth, then you're not to blame. Thanks for clearing that up. I'm sorry for accusing you.
You have nothing to apologize for. Nilas only did what he thought was best for his boy, and we should not judge him for his desperation. Wait a moment. Here, please give him this. It's just a bit of gold, but it should be enough for a carriage to Everlight. And again, I'm sorry the Blessed Spring couldn't help. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
That way?
All right, so I talked to the priest. Seems he gave you the real holy water and it simply didn't work. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
Yes, that is what I expected.
What about the gold? Did you get it back?
Only a part of it. The priest actually gave it to me voluntarily. He told me that the price you paid, Nilas, was a donation.
You... what?
You're in no position to question me, son. I only did what I thought was right.
Right. Putting our family in debt for some stupid vial of water? What? Did you think the more gold you sink into that fountain, the more interested Tiara would be to pay me a visit?
Well, maybe you're right. It was a stupid idea. But at least we got enough money to afford the journey back now.
Sounds like a plan.